The show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue. The show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue.
Oh, flex. Buckle up and join the best. Let Citi relieve your stress. So yes, let the music soothe your soul and keep it going just to refresh. Buckle and enjoy the ride from 2 to the half of the 5. Mondays to Fridays, happening live. Where we gon' have a ball, you can text your guys. Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh yeah.
Count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh yeah.
Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh yeah.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studios at number 11, Dr. Martin Loop, in Adabraka, in Accra. My name is Selom Adunu. Tonight I'm here with
Hawa Idrisu Mustafa.
Coming up over the next 90 minutes.
Atukujo, no, yeah, MP, the man be a minister, or a deputy minister. Election for by a year free hall. Then you now can't be like a crammy academy, Miss Me, Menika Crass of Films. Man can't cry.
Now, how presidential is that Nana Akufo-Addo faces a barrage of criticism from the public over comments he made When Professor Tamil's family from Ekumfi visited him on Friday, he says he neglected the Ekumfi area because they voted against the MPP MP in the 2020 election. More on this later. Also coming up, NDC suspends Northern Regional Vice Chairman for assaulting treasurer of the party in the same region. Later on Eyewitness News, Citi FM and Citi TV hands over state-of-the-art shelter to house close to 300 people displaced by the spillage of the Akosobo Dam at Topo in the Shai Osudoku district in the Greater Accra region. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories on Eyewitness News and in business.
Producer price inflation soars to hit 18.2% in December 2023.
Eyewitness News is live across the country on all our affiliates and around the globe at citynewsroom.com. We are also, live on Beach 105.5 FM in Takrady, Sky Power 93.5 FM in Takrady as well, both in the Western region, and also on Greener 95.1 FM in Sunyani in the Bono region, Hames Radio 106.5 FM in Goso in the Ahafo region. In the Ashanti region, we are on Focus 94.3 FM and Orange 107.9 FM, both in Kumasi. In the Volta region, this is Revival 99.3 FM in Tajevu. In the Northern region, we are on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In the Upper East region, this is Tanga 93.7 FM in Boga, Tanga. Upper West region, Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa, and Jirapa 96.1 FM, also in the Upper West region. Your comments are welcome via our WhatsApp line 0549986996. You can follow me on Twitter at Selom Adunu. The hashtag, as always, is Citi Newsroom. Howard gives us our very first story.
President Akufo-Addo has explained that he overlooked development in Ekumfi because they voted Francis Atukujo out of parliament in the 2020 elections. The president, in an interaction with traditional leaders from Ekumfi at the Jubilee House, expressed his dissatisfaction with the voting pattern in the Ekumfi constituency, which he intimated led to Atukujo's ousting from Ghana's parliament. He bemoaned that, despite making Atukujo a deputy minister, the constituent still voted him out.
Atukujo, no, MP, the man be a minister. We're deputy minister. You need to teach so when you say Namson, so they shall say BB, Amamo, Kumfi. Uncle actually election for by a year free all. Then you now can't be like a crammy, I can say, Miss Me, Menika Crass of Films. Man can't cry, yes, so mobile, Matilda Mokano.
So, Salam, basically what the president is saying that I appointed Atukujo as deputy minister just so he can bring development to the Ekumfi area, but his candidate was voted out during the 2020 elections, and that made him ignore that constituency, and that, according to him, that is the truth for not sending development to the area. He again said that he has heard the plea of the people and something will be done about development in Ekumfi.
All right, thanks so much, Hawa. Now let's speak to somebody who understands a lot of political science and how these things affect elections, etc., and governance in general. Dr. Kwame Esa Asante is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. Doc, good evening. Welcome to Eyewitness News. Did the president speak well?
Good evening, my brother. I think the president's speech is unfortunate, to say the least. Because once you are elected as a president, you are father of all, and you owe it a duty to support the development agenda of this country. If you read the Constitution, it is clearly stated that every aspect, every portion of this country should have its fair share of the development. On that basis, the president has no choice whether people vote for his party or not, or his candidate or not. He must develop that place. So it's unfortunate for me, for us to hear that the president, from his own speech, that he did not pay attention to development of the place, simply because his candidate was kicked out of office. We want to make it emphatically clear that people will continue to vote the way they want to vote. And this, I am fortified by the work of Dan, who says that there's a rational choice behind every election. People vote based on the thing they can derive from that exercise. It's not in the interest. It can be in the interest of whoever won their vote or can be against it. The one who exercises vote has a right to do whatever he wants to do. So I urge the president that he should stay away from such comments because it doesn't send a good picture to his party. Once people get to know that this is a party, that is what they do. They vote. Once you vote against their candidate, you won't get development. If that message gets, transmitted to the ordinary man, the results for the election can be very, very devastating for the MPP in that area.
But is that not what politicians do or tell the people, that if you want development, vote for me as president and vote for this person as the MP?
Whoever says that statement can never be right, because we don't please the person who is looking for power. People assess their economic conditions, their political conditions, and other conditions, and out of that, they base their vote on whoever is capable of delivering the goods for them. And so, on that note, one should not deceive himself into believing that once you have a candidate in office and that he can be a minister or can be whatever, the people will vote along. No, people will vote the way they want to vote, and nobody can intimidate, harass, or do anything to affect their voting. If you really want their vote, do their bidding, develop their areas, support them, and out of which they will decide to make a decision either in your favor or against your favor. But the real Democrats are those who believe that whatever the decision of the people is a decision that ought to be respected. Once you travel on that path, then you are in the realm of democracy. Because democracy, people have a choice and you make it. It doesn't matter the circumstance. And you have to take it in your stride. All right, they cannot please you all the time. They can criticize you, however sharp that it can be. You need to be able to develop that thick skin to be able to accept. So this one, with respect, I disagree with Mr. President vehemently.
I see. It does appear that this is the president's conviction, and this is how he runs his presidency. Recently, in Mefe, at the peak of the Akosombo Dam spillage and all the catastrophe that the people in the area were facing, the president went there and in ending his speech, he made a similar comment that they did not vote for him, but he had come. People thought that it was really in bad taste for him to have said so to a group of suffering people who didn't know what to expect next. But people came out to defend it and try to put different interpretation on it, etc. But it does appear that this really is the president's mindset. He's the boss. What can we be doing about such a mindset, indeed, if this is what he believes in as the president?
I cannot conclude based on two examples that this is how he runs the affairs of the state. That would be far-fetched. But what I can also agree on is that it is becoming consistent. And if you listen to the president from these two examples, I don't think all of us will share in that view. So I believe that going forward, the president, the party, will shy away from such comments. Once they go on that route, it becomes the material for election campaign, and voters will react to it the way they want to react to it. The effect will not be good for the party. I, as student of politics, want to caution them to stay away from that, and that they should remember that at all times, the people who democracy belongs to will vote the way they want to vote. It doesn't matter whoever is the recipient of that information, they will vote. And that is what democracy.
I see. So what should we be doing? Should we be asking him to withdraw, retract, and apologize for saying it? What should we be doing as a people, especially the people from the area?
I'm sorry. If that's the thinking of the president, I've said already, and I'll repeat, it's unfortunate. What the president wants to do afterwards is in his own right. I'm not the one to advise him to do one thing or another. He's much experienced to know what is appropriate and what is not. And he has a whole lot of what people who advise and support him. So I will leave it at that level. But I'm bringing out the implications of such comments. If it's not checked, if it's not controlled, it can have a boomerang effect on the political fortunes of the MP.
The president concludes his two-term presidency sometime in on January 7, but he has a party that wants to break the eight. And indeed, the president himself has undertaken to help do everything within his power, legitimately, of course, to ensure that his party breaks the eight. What should his party be doing about such comments?
They should, talk to the president. If he continues like this, opposition will hop on it and make mountains out of that statement. And remember, the electoral system will have is a simple majority vote system, first past the post system to be precise. So one vote is very crucial to move you from a candidate to become what? An MP or a president. So going forward, I think the party can advise the president on some of these comments because it doesn't bode well for a party that want to maintain power for the third time. Once people get to know or an impression is created that as for the president and his party, if you don't vote for them and they get power, they will punish you in terms of development. Then it's over.
I see.
Then people will begin to work, especially those constituencies will begin to work, vote based on their own conviction. And the consequence can be dire for the party in that particular constituency.
I see. Will you be surprised if the party's communicators, even government communicators, begin to explain away what the president meant or begin to justify what the president meant?
Oh, that is not news if they should come out and justify or whitewash the issue. But all of us can read in between the lines and we understand meanings of statements of this nature. So nobody can convince anybody. I will urge those communicators to, be careful on that path because the more you do, the more you expose yourself and it creates credibility crisis or problems for you.
I see. Thanks so much. Dr. Kwame Esa-Asante, political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We did speak to another political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Seydou Alidu. His view is that, he deems this revelation actually as an endorsement of vindictive politics, describing it as unethical and inappropriate. Let's hear him.
When you become a president, you become a president for every Ghanaian, even non-Ghanaians living in the country. And the directive principle of state policy in our 1992 Constitution is very clear that distribution must be evenly distributed without discrimination with regard to origin, party, ethnicity, or religion. So I think that the people of Nkufi, as being part of the country, should get to their cake of the national cake in terms of development. Whether they voted for the president or not, you want to extend this particular case of Nkufi to the national level. Then it may mean that constituencies that didn't elect MPP candidates might have suffered because they didn't do that. And I don't think that is the way to go. I believe that when the president steps aside eventually, the MPP as a party will still seek to win elections and govern this country. If the people are going to say that we are not going to vote for the MPP in 2024 because the president didn't develop our constituencies when he was elected, then it becomes a kind of vindictive politics where the electoral panel politicians for not doing their work, and then politicians, when they eventually win, also punish the constituencies for not electing their favorite candidates. And I think our politics has consolidated beyond that kind of identity influence development project.
That's political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Seydou Alidu. Now let's speak to the man himself, the man in the center of it, a member of parliament for Ekumfi, Abeku Krenzel. The president said it was because they voted out his candidate, who was MP at the time. That is why he neglected the Ekumfi area. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Eyewitness News. Abeku Krenzel, MP for Ekumfi.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, so the president essentially is blaming his neglect of the place of the area on you. That it was because of your election and rejection of his candidate or his person. That's why he turned a blind eye on development or to development in your area.
Thank you very much for allowing me to at least also add my voice to your program. I was listening to his comment, but the only thing I can say now is it was very unfortunate statement. Very, very, very unfortunate talk. Because this is my second term of being a member of parliament for the people of Ekunfi. And indeed, when you go to the Ekunfi and this catchment area, whatever development was being done by the NDC government or NDC government by then. It's unfortunate that the MPP has been in power for the past 8 years and they cannot point one cent to get their fund for the people of Ekunfi. And if the president is talking to the people of this country, I think he should say something comfortable. But he shouldn't say things like that. I wasn't happy on it. It was very unfortunate.
I see. So, you've been speaking to your people on the ground. What is their thinking around what the president has said? What do they feel about what the president has said?
To me, I can say that the president has more or less spoken for the people to keep on voting for the NDC, because indeed he knows that if MPP is in power for whatever it is, there's nothing they can offer the people of Ekunfi. And if he has finished our campaign for it, we will base on that and make the election once again.
I see. So, but really, is that what you politicians do? You take development to areas which vote for you, even within your own constituency. Ekunfi. I know there are areas which will vote for you no matter what, and there are areas which will really not vote for you. So, in distributing, development projects, etc., is it not the case that you are more likely to go to the areas that support you than taking the development projects to the areas that do not support you? So, if that is the case, what's different? What's so different about what the president has said? He has just said it. It happens unstated. People don't talk about it, but he has just spoken about it. Is that not the truth?
I don't see it like that, because when John Dramani Mahama was the president, indeed, his development for the people of Ekunfi cut across. We do not select the NPP stronghold and the NDC stronghold. It depends on the nature of the project, and we make our way through. But unfortunately, if the president make it point and blank that we did not vote for his man, that is why they are not having a look at the people of Ekunfi. It's a very unfortunate statement. And indeed, there is no way that the people of Ekunfi will vote for NPP. There's no way. They made the first mistake, and it will never happen again. It will never happen again. Though I'm not running next coming election, but whoever run in the ticket of NDC by name Ekokweno will still make Ekunfi people proud by carrying the NDC flag very high.
I see. Would you intend to ask the president to retract and apologize to the people of Ekunfi for saying this?
It's very necessary. But we know Akufo-Addo is in the EU time going for if you ask him to retract this information or also render an apology for the people of Ekunfi, I know this man will not do it. But we are not going to consider that. All what we are going to do is we work hard to make sure that we win the coming election for the NDC.
I see. We are grateful for your time. The Honorable Abeku Krensil, Member of Parliament for Kumfi in the Central Region. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Now, to just give you some context, in the 2020 elections, Abeku Krensil, the gentleman we just spoke to, the Member of Parliament for the area, got 53.59% of the votes in the area, followed by Ato Kujo, who the president said was his person the people rejected, for which reason he neglected the area. He got 45.01%. He was the incumbent at the time. Rijan Amwa of GUM had 1.24%. Ibrahim Anderson of the CPP got 0.16%. And Ibrahim, yes, so that was it. But, I mean, historically, it's been an NDC seat. Of course, in 1992, we know what happened. So 9 competitive parliamentary elections actually started in 1996. And the NDC won it by 63.2%. 2000, NDC won it by 64.3%. 2004, NDC repeated same, winning it by 46.3%. It's the first past the post, so you can understand. And then in 2008, NDC again won it to 48.0%. And in 2012, repeated same with 62.7%. But in 2016, the NDC lost it to Ato Kujo, NPP of the MPP, who got 50.1% against the NDC's 47.6%. So that's how come Abeku Krensil was saying it's an NDC area, and he called that a mistake, and that he thinks that the people will not repeat same again. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. A number of your comments have been coming through here. Aziz Donla in Was says the comments by the president, the comment is totally unfortunate, ridiculous, inappropriate, and unacceptable. Must you deny citizens who pay their taxes development all because they didn't vote for your party? Daniel Akpaleo from Sandema says the president is an experienced politician and should know that he is president to not only those who voted for him, but the entire Ghanaian citizenry. Comments of the president is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, and he shouldn't be saying those things as president. He should apologize to the people, and you say that the earlier he does that, the better. Alex Kofi Yaireni in Adenta Commandos says it is unprecedented that the president of our land will channel development to the people based on only those who voted for him. Honorable Ayuba from Yagbon in the North Gonja district says the president's comment on the Kumfi is very unfortunate, and he must apologize to the people of the area for such reckless comments coming from not less a person but the president of the land. Is the president telling us that the people of Kumfi don't deserve their share of the national cake? God save Ghana. Aka Paul Jr. In Hafumim says the president is just leading his own party into a ditch, and posterity of the party will never forgive him for the incessant attempts to destroy the party. Zalix Dwayne in London says reckless statement from the president. Jones Adoboyinla says good evening, Salam. The president's comment was very unfortunate and does not augur well for development. I have always maintained that the Akufo-Addo presidency was not to rule but to score a point. That's exactly what Ghanaians are witnessing. Ghanaians are not angry enough. Eyewitness News 97.3 Citi FM will take a short break, return, and tell you why the NDC vice chairman in the northern region has been suspended. Don't go away.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
The wait is over! It's the Clash of Titans! The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here! And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. This is our way of supporting our gallant Black Stars. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants from selected Total Energy service stations on Ghana match days, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Now let's do some NDC politics. Now the Functional Executive Committee of the Opposition National Democratic Congress has suspended its Northern Regional Vice Chairman, Alhaji Abdul Hamid, popularly known as Alhaji Gbewa. The decision follows the alleged assault of its treasurer, Hajia Shamima Yakubu, during a party executive meeting at the regional office. The decision was taken after deliberations between the national and Northern Regional executives in Accra. Let's speak to the Deputy Regional Secretary of the NDC, Mustafa Gbande, to help us appreciate really what went into this particular decision. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome to Eyewitness News. So where is the gentleman in question, Alhaji Gbewa, and why did the party decide to suspend his membership until further notice?
So good evening, and good evening to your cherished listeners. Indeed, the incident, let me state that I'm not a regional secretary.
No, apologies. Deputy General Secretary, apologies.
Next time I'll let you bring me some sort of contribution.
I'm sorry.
So we picked up information about that activity continue doing that, and definitely the National Executive Committee of the party, in terms of its functional executive, had a meeting yesterday. And under the hand of the General Secretary, we took a decision to suspend the Regional Vice Chairman in the interim, pending investigation and adjudication by the Disciplinary Committee, which will consider the issue and determine its appropriate merit. And so we suspended him for 3 months for that conduct. We found out that the conduct in whichever form or shape, whereas there is some sort of assault on one person, particularly that person is also an officer, it doesn't matter whether it was provoked or unprovoked. We believe that it breaks or offends the Constitution's Article 48, and that appropriate measures out of those provisions have been applied.
I see, but has there been a history of maybe animosity or relationship difficulties between the two in the past?
Well, we are still getting further and better particulars because the National Executive Committee have taken a decision for which I happen to be a member. The merits and demerits of the matter will lie under the preserve of the Disciplinary Committee, and that all those facts to be gathered and will give the Disciplinary Committee some enough information to aid their work. As of now, I'm not aware of whether or not there was some underlining or previous altercations that may have, led to this, or it is something that happened on the spot. All we know is that two of our officers, a regional vice chairman and a regional treasurer, and in the process, the treasurer, who is a lady, was brutally assaulted. So far, the regional vice chairman have not denied knowledge of the assault conduct. And so it means that preliminary, it is only the court that can determine whether you can assault somebody in self-defense or not. But as for us, we believe that to the extent that an officer have assaulted another officer, while the constitution of the party has enough procedures and processes for redress. If members or those two individuals would have resorted to the procedures of addressing grievances, we will not get to this place in the first place. So having abandoned that process, it's possible of being a misconduct. That is why we took that decision.
But how is the lady, Hajia Shamima Yakubu, how is she doing and where is she presently?
Indeed, it's important to state that when the incident occurred, leadership delegated the National Vice Chairman in person of Professor Joshua Alabi, who paid a courtesy call with the lady, visited her and ensured that she was treated and discharged. We presume that she is okay and she's with her family at the moment. I haven't spoken to her myself, but several national executives extended a call to her to express their sympathy and all of that. And so we believe that as of now, things would have been calm and everybody would have been in their homes. They're still members of the National Democratic Congress and that they are still our party people, except to say that there have been some sort of misconduct and the party is fortified to be able to deal with same. And we have dealt with same in accordance with the laws of the party.
What is the situation as we speak at the regional office? Because of course the two parties will have their own support bases in the regional office. So how is the office as we speak presently coping?
Well, it's important to state that members and individuals who allow their agents or relatives or assigned to act in ways that offend the rules and principles of the party will be vicariously liable for such conduct. We've picked up some information that in the morning some of the youths were agitating rather over the arrest of the vice chairman, and their concern were that a similar incident occurred in Northeast where His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's supporters assaulted Honorable Alan Konyo Chirmantane's agents in their Superdelegates Congress. The police did not act that swift in that matter. But how come that when it is about NDC, the police then tend to act very swiftly? So they believe that the party should have condoned and prevented that arrest. But we are a political party that, upholds the principles of rule of law and will not shift or shield any individual who breaks the law. We are not saying he is guilty, but he will be vindicated given the process of the law. The police will arrest you, they will charge you, they will bail you, and if they investigate, find some evidence, they will charge you, and you will have your day in court. And so we believe that that process in itself does not condemn the individual concerned, except to say that you will be made to test the law. And so the NDC will not prevent the discharge of the police from doing that, will not prevent the police from discharging their lawful duties. As I'm speaking, we have engaged some of these stakeholders. Mind you that some of the youths do not understand the implication and import of the decisions that have been taken. And so that was the reason they were reacting. We've engaged some people, took the responsibility to explain why the action, why the decision, and why the police coming in. It has nothing to do with the NDC. It's about the individual and whether or not there was even not a complaint. Once the police would have heard that some sort of assault has taken place, they are enjoying to take some action. And so, Tamale, as we speak, remain very calm. I'm told the party office has been opened and things have normalized as we speak. We are now focusing on Ashanti region, what the chairman there have said against Otunfo Osetu to end issues about the president abandoning development because some constituency, in the constituency of the late President Mills, not voting for his candidate, so he won't develop that area. That is one of the key issues that are on our tables as we speak.
I see. So where is the police on this matter? Where is the police on I mean, what's the stage the police has reached on this matter? Have they concluded investigation? Are they arraigning him anytime soon? Is he on bail? I mean, what or remand? What really is the status of the matter as far as the police and the legal process is concerned?
Unofficially, the last time I checked, the police have arrested him, detained him for a night, and as of yesterday, took him to court, where he was granted a bail by the court. And so that is all I do know as far as the police or the criminal matter is concerned, that the vice chairman, who is on suspension as of now, have been granted bail by the court.
All right, Mustafa, I mean, you actually, I mean, alluded to it, but let me ask you, I mean, what's the party's view on the president's comment to the traditional leaders and family people of Professor Mills who visited him recently at the Jubilee House in respect of development in the area? What's the party's thinking around that?
Well, we feel that if the president was speaking to somebody like me, it would have been acceptable. But the president, being a president of the Republic of Ghana, was speaking to direct family members of a late former president. And so to have made such comments in their presence for us is unprecedented. It just reflects the nature of the president we have, who is so vindictive, who believes that he will prioritize politics and development. That is why his government is failing. Nana Akufo-Addo's, President Akufo-Addo's government would have succeeded if he alluded his mind and abated his energy trying to develop the country. But what he prioritized on is his family. And that is what he has done. It's about family, it's about Chedi, it's about Achim. And now he tells the family of the late President Mills the reasons why he abandoned development in their constituency. So the president acknowledges that in his 7 years, he hasn't prioritized development on the basis of national agenda. It was on the basis of who votes for his political party. And for us, that is very unprecedented. It reflects who President Akufo-Addo has been in the last 7 years, what he has used his power as a president for in this country. And that is why we are in this mess in the first place as a country. That is unacceptable. That should be condemned by even his political party, that the president ought not to have made such a statement. It is very unprecedented and a comment that if the president understands that one day he will be in the position that President Mills' family are now, that his family will be speaking to another president on his behalf, I believe that he should apologize to the people of this country for even making that comment in the first place.
I see. But how about people who think that, yes, the president's comment may not be good, but it was all centered around development. The Kumfi area, the NDCs had won almost every election in that constituency, apart from the 2016 one. So if there's really an issue of development, the NDC should take the bigger chunk of the blame, shouldn't it?
Well, no president in Ghana has isolated Chedi where the president comes from in terms of development. We have had presidents come and go. Nobody have isolated the president's constituency because it has always been an MPP stronghold. But
the discussion was not in respect of a president's constituency. It was in respect of the MP.
No, that is President Mills' constituency. And
yes, but that wasn't the reference. The reference was because they did not vote for his party's candidate.
Well, the premise of national development in this country is not based on which party wins a parliamentary candidate. So to even relate development to voting for a political party is misplaced and flawed. And I'm saying that if you look at Ashanti region, which is a stronghold of the MPP, President Mahama have developed that region than any other region, and that is the MPP stronghold. And I'm specifically saying that in Chedi, where the sitting president comes from, no president has ever refused to develop Chedi because that is President Akufo-Addo's constituency and it has always been an MPP seat. So we should not have a conversation where the priority of our national development, growth of the people, as the Constitution states that people must access government development initiatives irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of religion, and irrespective of where they come from. The president's comment undermines Constitution and undermines our national development agenda. It is so discriminative and so divisive, and that should not be coming from a sitting president of the Republic of Ghana.
I see. Mustafa, thanks so much. Let me not get it wrong this time. Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, thank you so much for speaking to us on Eyewitness News.
I withdraw my demand for compensation from you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so
very
much.
for having me.
All right. Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll take a short break, but before that, let me read this message, a few messages. Meshach says, do the people of Ekumfi pay taxes? If they do, then the statement from the president is shameful. He should remember that it's their taxes that is used to pay him. Yes. And Jones again says, good evening, Salam. The suspension is in the right direction. Kudos to the executive for this bold decision. It shows how the law is not a respecter of person anymore. Take a short break, return, and tell you what Citi FM, Citi TV have been doing to victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage at Tokpo. Don't go away.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Do you care enough about your business? Then it's time to make a transition to renewable energy and energy efficiency solutions. Visit the AGI Energy Service Center and talk to us. AGI ESC cares about business growth. That is why we're here to assist industries cut production costs through energy savings. We provide you with solar feasibility studies, energy audits, energy efficiency trainings, and financial advisory services. Visit agiesc.com for more information or call us on 0507 977 902, an initiative of the Association of Ghana Industries in partnership with the German Development Corporation, implemented by GIZ.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. The Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana and the Federation of University Senior Staff have declared an indefinite strike with immediate effect over what they term the blatant disregard for their welfare by government. This follows, among other things, failure by the government to address their concerns regarding pensions and the reversal of what the group described as an illegal cancellation of their overtime allowance. Speaking at a news conference at the University of Ghana in Accra, National Chairman of the association, Isaac Donko, argued that government should be held responsible for their actions.
We sat as leadership, we review, we gave government extra 48-hour ultimatum. Till now, we've heard nothing from government. So, as leadership, we are forced to declare indefinite strike action. The reason is that government has failed to release our Tier 2 pension to our fund managers since February 2023. So one, we are asking government as a matter of agency to release all the outstanding arrears to our fund managers and also pay the accrued interest with 3% interest rate. Two, we are also asking government as a matter of agency again to do recalculation on the accrued interest between the year 2010 and 2016, as we all agreed since July 25th, 2022, that government is going to do recalculation on that amount. Three, we are also asking government as a matter of agency to pay all outstanding arrears to our staff who are on pension since 2020 to 2023. Then, lastly, we are asking Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, to withdraw their letter dated 7th November and 20th November, respectively. This letter is instructing university management to stop the payment of overtime to our members. And this, we think, is against the Labour Act and our conditions of service that has been signed between the Labour and government. So on this note, we are therefore directing all our rank and file to stay at home until further notice. From today, nobody should go to work until further notice.
Isaac Donko is National Chairman for the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana.
All right, so now let's do some good news. The management of Citi FM and Citi TV has handed over a state-of-the-art shelter to displaced flood victims in Tokpo, in the Shao Sudoku municipality in the Greater Accra region. The shelter will accommodate approximately 280 people to reside for an extended period. The initiative will also free up classrooms for students to commence their lessons. This is one of the 5 projects being undertaken to provide relief to flood victims of the Akosombo Dam's spillage. Now let's go to the phone lines and speak to my colleague Umaru Sanda Amadu, host of this program actually, who is with the team at Tokpo for more details. Hello Sanda, good evening and welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you so much, Salam. Good evening.
Yes, I guess it was all joy today, seeing that the project is being completed at Tokpo and handed over to the authorities.
Well, joy is an understatement, Salam, because to begin with, these are people who were displaced and they have had to lose their homes, lose their farms, all their sources of livelihood. They fled the banks of the Volta River in the Shao Sudoku district, areas known as Abovieno, Jonko, and all of those other communities. They fled these communities and then came to the Tokpo RC Basis 2, where they came to seek shelter. It's a designated center by the NADMO for eventualities like this one. And we, as a media house, were simply doing our jobs when on that fateful day I carried my camera and microphone and went there to just talk about the issues having to do with the flood victims. Indeed, when I got there and took those videos and reported for the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV that evening and reported for the Citi Breakfast Show on radio the following morning, and even before then on Eyewitness News, management of Citi thought that no, this issue was a bigger one that needed a bigger attention. For that reason, the company launched a campaign asking people who are listeners and our viewers to support us with donations that we could reach these people with and deliver to them. Indeed, the deliveries came through and we started delivering these relief items to so many communities. However, when it came to the issue of Tokpo, our managing director himself, supported by other managers of Citi FM and Citi TV, followed us to go to the site to see things for themselves. Indeed, when we got there, the decision was made by Samuel Atamens, the CEO or MD of Citi FM and Citi TV, that beyond giving them relief items, which is dry food and other relief items, there was a need to help them because, mind you, they were living in a classroom, or they were living in classrooms of the Tokpo RC Basic School. What this meant was that education or academic activities had ceased. These people had taken over the classrooms. Now, classrooms that didn't even have furniture anyway in the first place, so these people were having to sleep on the bare floor, sharing the compound with the children who eventually had to stop coming to school during that period. So our managing director decided, listen, let's provide these people with a temporary, if not a permanent solution to their problem. So about 100 meters from the from the school compound, the traditional authorities gave us a piece of land where we started building this project. And 2 months on, Salam, I must say that it was a beautiful scene today, opening that place, cutting the tape, and the joy from the people entering that place. People who were sleeping on the bare floor are now moving into buildings that have proper ventilation, have ceiling fans, 2 ceiling fans per room, 2 bulbs per room, and all of this was happening. And it was a beautiful sight to behold, Salam. The children were excited, the parents were excited. There was a pregnant woman that I encountered in the early days of my reporting from that place. She has since delivered. When we went to do the Help a Christmas Child, she already had a child. And today she was excited and happy that they are finally going to move into rooms. These rooms are well fitted with bunk beds. And for those who do not know bunk beds, those are the beds that were given to us when we were in secondary school in dormitories, at least in my secondary school. So it's a bed that has someone on top, one under. And we had mattresses that we have placed on this bed. And Salam, it was a beautiful scene. We were supported today by the district chief executive for Shai Osudoku, Fred Ofer, whom we actually formally handed over the project to because we are a media house. We are not in the business of real estate. So when we finished the building, it's a 10-key project. Samuel Atamens, the CEO, handed the keys to Mr. Fred Ofer, and said, here you are, we've done it for your people, but we put it in your care, you take care of it. And the initial idea was that this project, after it is used by these displaced or flood victims, it will revert to the school and become classrooms or other centers of education that will be used by the Toku RC Basic School. Indeed, the headmaster was there. The Assemblyman Israel, very, very much supportive. The Member of Parliament for Shao Suluku Linda Oklu also came to support us, as well as several other donors who have been contributed in this particular project. For instance, SuperSem, they sent a delegation to come and see the official handing over of this building. They provided us 1,000 bags of cement when we started this project. The Customs Workers Union or Customs Staff Association, they had given us monetary support. Today they came with a full bus load to come and observe things for themselves. We also had tropical cables coming through. NADMO officials were there, and other officials from the Education Directorate in the Shao Sudoku district. These were all there today, and it was all joy, Salamamasi.
Wow, that's quite some great news. So what's our next stop now? I know we have other facilities coming up in some other areas. What's the next stop for us now?
Well, based on the information I have, there are two places that we are doing the project in the Greater Accra region. One in Shao Sudoku, which we have gone to commission. So it's the first place that we have finished and handed over. We have the second one coming up in Adan, in the Adan district, again, of the Greater Accra region. And then we have three projects that are going to be in the Volta region. So those are the things that we're working on. In fact, there's another project in the eastern region around the Asasewa area. We will be talking about that in the coming days, Salom.
Very well. Umaru Sanda, let me say a very big thank you to you and congrats to the team and everybody, listeners, viewers, everybody who donated, everybody who wished us well. Thank you to everybody. Thanks so much, Umaru Sanda, for speaking to us, and I wish you a safe trip back to Accra. Eyewitness News on 97.3 CV. Now let's listen to the Managing Director of Citi FM and Citi TV, Samuel Atamensa.
We got help from many people, including institutions. Some of the institutions that helped us are here today because we need to recognize the effort that they have put in. Indeed, they could have kept their money or they could have put their money to any use, but they chose to bring their money as a result of the call that we made. So we have SuperSem. Now, why I make particular reference to SuperSem, you know, in Ghana, when you start something, people will not believe in what you are doing. They will associate with it when it's flourishing and everybody sees that you have broken through. Then you have friends. When nobody believed in what we were doing, SuperSem intervened and gave us a total of 1,000 bags of cement. So that really brought energy into it gave us what we call Vim, which now got us to believe that we could do the work. Now the Customs Senior Staff Association, Customs Staff Association, they also called and gave us a huge sum of money, 225,000 Ghana cedis. And then Perez Chapel, and that's a church. They also called and gave us 250,000 cedis. Now, why are they giving us 200 and something? Now, initially, we thought of putting up temporary shelters. And the costing that we were giving for the temporary shelters was 250,000 each. So that is the figure that we used. But when we noticed that, look, this thing, if we pass through this phase, the shelters should be good enough to be used for something else, we had to tweak the design to what we have today. By the tweaking of the design, we take the cost up, as we can see. So the two units that you see together cost us something in the region of 850,000 cedis. Now, we've been able to do because we had donations from other places. But the key donors are here with us, And now for us as Citi, once we have had this engagement with you, we consider ourselves going forward as part of the Topo community.
So that was the managing director for Citi FM and Citi TV, Samuel Atta Mensah. So here are some sponsors who supported Citi FM and Citi TV in the construction of the shelters for the victims.
We are from SuperSem. So when we got the news about the flood, we couldn't hold back because we are passionate about the people. So the first thing that we had to do was to contact Citi FM and Citi TV to ask what we can do. So we came in with relief items, and later we thought that no, we can build dreams because that is actually what we do for a living. We build dreams by providing quality cement. So we told Citi TV, Citi FM that we can support you with some bags of cement. After giving those bags of cement, we didn't go back to sleep. We kept following up because we wanted to see the dream. And today we are here seeing the dream. We thank everyone who's made this dream a reality. The team behind me are actually the force that made this possible. Because what did we do? We came together as a team, contributed what we could do, and then also went to management to tell them that we have this money, but we also need cement to build a dream for the people of Topo. And that's exactly what we see today. So we just want to thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and this is not going to be the last. We want to assure you that if you need any support as far as building dreams are concerned,
we are Tropical Cable. I heard SuperSem tagline. We say Topapa Preko. Topapa Preko. So Tropical Cable, Topapa Preko. Topapa Preko means when you are building, buy the right cables at once. If you don't buy the right cable, your building could get burnt. Your appliances could also malfunction because of the wrong cables. We manufacture the best cables in the whole of West Africa. In Ghana, nobody compares to us. So when we had Citi deciding, initially I think it was just support for the area, but later on they decided to build shelters for those affected. And our business is also to help bring electricity into shelters and houses and other construction. So we thought it would be a good idea to partner with Citi and supply the cables that will be needed so that you can have electricity in the shelter. And you know, the irony is it was because of electricity that these people suffered, because the whole country had to survive and use sacrifice so that we can all enjoy electricity. And we came in to help to also give you electricity in this building. So
I'll start off by thanking greatly Citi FM and Citi TV for their foresight and the humanitarian initiative they started some few months ago. I said so because when we all got the news, we were concerned, and the avenues to begin to channel donations through were not forthcoming. So when Citi started, we were delighted. So what we do was to appeal to our officers to make voluntary donations. And to our surprise, in less than 2 weeks, we were able to raise in excess of 200,000, out of which we made the initial donation of 225,000. So when we were informed that today is the day they are handing over the first completed project, we said we want to be part of it. We want to come and visit you, our compatriots, and see you at first hand and sympathize with you and tell you that as a revenue mobilization institution, our job must not be just to take your taxes, but as human beings, we feel your pain, so we have decided to come personally to empathize with you.
So you had some companies who supported Citi FM and Citi TV to construct shelters for the Akosombo flood victims. And we especially again want to thank all of you for supporting us. And of course, you can still keep your support coming in. The projects are being done in Topo, which we just commissioned today. There's Bakpa. There's Mefe, which is a chips compound we're working on. There's one also at Ada. There's also a very big one, which is the school market accommodation in the new Bakpa in the Central Tong district. Shelter is also being put up in Pando Toko in the Pando municipality. Also one at Ada in the Ada East district. So a number of things we are doing, and we are happy that you are actually supporting us. Eyewitness News, let me just take a few of your messages, then we can call in Citi Business News. This one from Chris in Ashalebuchu says, "Salom, the president was obsessed of becoming the president of Ghana, and he has achieved that, so nothing motivates him to speak like a statesman. Defeat is comfortably staring at them. Ghanaians will no longer give power to a group of incompetent propagandists like the NPP. Citi FM, may God richly bless you for the great humanitarian intervention." Koku at Oyibi says, "Good evening, Salom. I can confidently say that Citi TV and Citi FM have done well. More developmental projects. They have done more developmental works at Topo than what this government has done in 7 years at Ekunfi, and probably Ghana as a whole." This other one from Lukman in Samankas, it says, "This is an unfortunate comment coming from President Akufo-Addo. However, I'm not surprised because he did same to the flood victims in the Volta region. No wonder we find ourselves in these economic hardships today." Thomas Citizen says, "Government spokespersons will come and defend the president's comment. That's why I wasn't surprised when he said to the people of Mefe they did not vote for him. It's clear now." It's now time for Citi Business News, and Hawa will bring us that.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News, brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan. Make that big move and dream a reality. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Details of our stories now. Recent data from the Ghana Statistical Service has revealed that the producer price inflation has soared to 18.2% in December 2023. This marks a substantial rise from the 2% recorded in November of the same year. Analyzing the month-on-month data, the PPI witnessed a 16.2% change between November and December 2023. Notably, sectors such as the mining and quarry, electricity and gas surpassed the national average as reported by the Ghana Statistical Service. The manufacturing, transport and storage and water supply went below the national average, recording a rate of 8.6%, 14.1% and 16.7% respectively. Away from that, government says it will ensure a favorable tax regime for the extractive sector this year in order for Ghana to become a competitive mining hub. According to industry players, lowering tax barriers will increase profitability and growth. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor, at a breakfast meeting with the Ghana Chamber of Mines, stressed that the government recognizes the need to examine taxation in the mining industry to improve investment and ensure efficiency.
The issue of fiscal issues, the President raised, which relates to the removal of taxes, VAT on exploration. This is a matter which was thoroughly discussed at yesterday's economic management team chaired by the Vice President, and it's a matter that is being looked into very carefully and seriously by the government. And very soon, I want to assure the chamber that we will be able to make interventions in that respect. And so, be rest assured, I think this is a matter that, come what may, this year, we have to be able to do something about. Personally, I find a lot of merit in the argument which is being made. But as always with taxes, the chancellors of the exchequer, the keepers of treasury, they always want to put into the treasury, not to take out. So we have to continue to fight, and we will do just that.
Samuel Abdullahi Jinapo is Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Business leaders within the informal sector are being urged to prioritize effective personal values, particularly servanthood, to enhance their leadership qualities. According to the Chief Executive for Busara Africa, Taka Awori, effectiveness in business leadership goes beyond amassing positions without the required service to followers. Here is Taka Awori speaking to Citi Business News after a leadership training workshop with some leaders within the informal sector.
Leadership is about service. So if you're rushing to play a leadership role in a business or in an association of key business actors, it's about to say, how are you using that leadership role to serve your members? Not to make yourself bigger, not to say because I'm the leader I must have those things. It's about service. The second thing, it's about all the kinds of values and character you need to be an effective leader. I've heard them talk about you need to be patient, you need to be understanding, you need to be reflective. So all of those are also increasingly important messages that if you are in a leadership role, you need to look at yourself. So you start to look at your values, your attributes, your character, because that will affect the quality of leadership you can display, whether you're in the informal sector or you're in the formal sector, whether you're in business or whether you're in government.
You have the Chief Executive and founder of Busara Africa, Taka Awori. Technology consultant Maximus Ametogo wants employees and business owners to begin updating their expertise in line with the fast rise of artificial intelligence, that is AI, within the job market. The call comes on the back of the International Monetary Fund indicating that 40% of jobs globally will be adversely impacted due to AI. In an interview with Citi Business News, Maximus Ametogo is, however, optimistic that, despite the significant job losses, the human element in operating intelligence-led machines will still be needed.
For humans, our ability to create, innovate, to think, solve problems, socialize and engage, of course, they will still be there. And you need those things, those kind of human emotions or human nature to train these machines, and it's going to take years for them to even become like us. So for me, AI application is more efficient in the work space. And if you think AI is coming for your job, you need to also learn how you can use the intelligence you currently have and augment it with AI knowledge so that you will be used to train the machines. And if a machine returns a result that does not align with your strategy or does not align with the result you're expecting.
Maximus Ametogo is a technology consultant. The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, reiterates that it does not directly determine fuel prices in the country, but plays a supervisory role to ensure fair value for both suppliers and consumers. The authority points to factors such as the favorable performance of the local currency in the forex market as influential in setting the stage for pricing. This clarification follows earlier predictions by market analysts foreseeing a marginal reduction in fuel prices during the first and second pricing window of January. Here is the head of economic regulation of the NPA, Abbas Ibrahim Tasunti.
So actually, the major factor that influences our prices here in Ghana is the exchange rate. So the stability of CD. I think last year, generally, we had our prices did not move very high as compared to the previous year. And that was because our currency was quite stable last year. So if the cedi is very stable, then we expect that our prices at the pumps will also be very stable. When the cedi is depreciating rapidly, then we tend to have the situation where even if prices on the world market drop, the depreciation of the cedi can erode that, and we end up seeing prices going up or not even dropping to the levels I would have expected. So the stability of the cedi is very, very key to have us having very stable pump prices.
That was the head of economic regulation at the National Petroleum Authority, Abbas Ibrahim Tasinti, ending City Business News on Eyewitness News. The Business News on Eyewitness News is brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan, make that big move and dream a reality. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Up next is Point Blank.
Hello, Linda! You won't believe what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, oh. That'll be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Cry. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like, seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Susket, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
The wait is over. It's the Clash of Titans. The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here. And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. This is our way of supporting our gallant Black Stars. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants from selected Total Energy service stations on Ghana match days, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
Embark on an unforgettable road trip across 14 diverse and vibrant regions of Ghana in just 8 days on the Heritage Caravan 2024. Get ready to immerse yourself in the rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and the warm heritage-laced hospitality Ghana has to offer. From the Greater Accra region to the Volta region, to the Eastern region, to the Bono region, Ahafo region, Bono East region, to the Upper East region, to the Northern region, to the Savannah region, to the Northeast region, to the Ashanti region, to the Western North region, the Western region, the Central region, and back to the Greater Accra region. The Heritage Caravan will last for 8 days from Sunday the 3rd of March to Sunday the 10th of March 2024. An expedition full of excitement, education, information, wonderful memories, and great bonding moments awaits you. Call 0205-973-973 to register for the Heritage Caravan 2024 now. This is a journey of a lifetime to discover Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2024 is powered by Citi TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready for an empowering journey with Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The Effective Living Series 2024 is on. Each week in January, tune in as we delve into the art of effective living through resilient Foundations. Week 1 kicks off with personal development, building resilience. Unleash your potential and fortify your inner strength. Week 2 focuses on building strong and resilient families. Strengthen the bonds that last a lifetime. Week 3 is all about building careers that stand the test of time and professional growth. Elevate your career to new heights. Week 4, join us for business and organizational resilience. Learn the secrets to a thriving business in any environment. And in week 5, gear up for crisis preparedness and building resilient futures. Equip yourself for whatever lies ahead. Catch the Effective Living series live on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM at 9:15 a.m. and on Breakfast Daily on Citi TV at 9:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Let's build to last through resilient foundations in 2024. Don't miss out. Join us on this transformative journey, the Effective Living series, where practical information meets resilient living. The Effective Living series 2024 is powered by Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Enterprise Insurance and Hallmark Freights and Logistics Ghana Limited.
After a busy day at work, consumed by the responsibilities of work, family, church, etc., it's great to get home to a detailed and comprehensive coverage of the day's biggest stories, ensuring that all angles of the various news items are accurately and adequately covered. CNR seeks to leave no stone unturned to bring viewers the best in news reportage. Watch CNR for a comprehensive bulletin of the day's biggest stories at 8 p.m. every single day of the week, only on Citi TV.
Citi TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on channel 363. On GoTV, we're on channel 117, and on HD+, get us on channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search, but take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV. Citi TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and HD+ boxes. Citi TV, it's your world. Get ready for an empowering journey with Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The Effective Living Series 2024 is on. Each week in January, tune in as we delve into the art of effective living through resilient foundations. Week 1 kicks off with personal development, building resilience. Unleash your potential and fortify your inner strength. Week 2 focuses on building strong and resilient families. Strengthen the bonds that last a lifetime. Week 3 is all about building careers that stand the test of time and professional growth. Elevate your career to new heights. Week 4, join us for business and organizational resilience. Learn the secrets to a thriving business in any environment. And in week 5, gear up for crisis preparedness and building resilient futures. Equip yourself for whatever lies ahead. Catch the Effective Living series live on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM at 9:15 a.m. and on Breakfast Daily on Citi TV at 9:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Let's build to last through resilient foundations in 2024. Don't miss out. Join us on this transformative journey, the Effective Living series, where practical information meets resilient living. The Effective Living series 2024 is powered by Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Enterprise Insurance and Hallmark Freights and Logistics Ghana Limited.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Welcome back to Eyewitness News, the point blank segment of the program. My name is Salom Adunu. Tonight on Point Blank, the Senior Staff Association of the Public Universities in Ghana and the Federation of Universities Senior Staff have declared an indefinite strike with immediate effect over what they term the blatant disregard for their welfare by government. This follows, among other things, failure by the government to address their concerns regarding pensions and the reversal of what the group described as an illegal cancellation of the overtime allowance. Let's hear the chairman, Isaac Donko, arguing that government should be held responsible for their actions.
This press conference is a conference between two unions, that is SSA UOG, University Senior Staff Association, and FUSAG. It will interest you to know that on the 25th of November 2023, we attended our usual NEC meeting. There we were informed by our fund managers that since February 2023 to December, and now we are in January 2024, to date, government has refused or has failed to release our Tier 2 pension to the fund managers. This, you were a bit shocked because to deny us the pension close to 1 year is unacceptable. So we have to issue an ultimatum. This we did. The ultimatum expired 3 days ago. We sat as leadership. We review, we gave government extra 48-hour ultimatum. Till now, we've heard nothing from government. So, as leadership, we are forced to declare indefinite strike action. The reason is that government has failed to release our Tier 2 pension to our fund managers since February 2023. So one, we are asking government as matter of agency to release all the outstanding arrears to our fund managers and also pay the accrued interest with 3% interest rate. Two, we are also asking government as matter of agency again to do recalculation on the accrued interest between the year 2010 and 2016, as we all agreed since July 25th, 2022, that government is going to do recalculation on that amount. Three, we are also asking government as a matter of agency to pay all outstanding arrears to our staff who are on pension since 2020 to 2023. Then, lastly, we are asking Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, to withdraw their letter dated 7th November and 20th November, respectively. This letter is instructing university management to stop the payment of overtime to our members. And this, we think, is against the Labor Act and our conditions of service that has been signed between the labor and government. So on this note, we are therefore directing all our rank and file to stay at home until further notice. From today, nobody should go to work until further notice. Thank you very much.
The National Chairman of the Senior Staff Association for Universities in Ghana. Now, our guest we prepared tonight for Point Blank, who is an MPP parliamentary aspirant for the Kede constituency, Patrick Asumeni Dakwa, has now walked into the studio with a minute to go. Hello, Patrick. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
The time is almost done.
It's
and
almost done.
You're now showing
I want to
up.
apologize to your listeners, for the time that I turned up. I'm sorry. And then also to my constituents, Kede constituency, Camp 27th, exactly 10 days from now, we are going to the ballot.
Yes, and why are you contesting? There's obviously a sitting member of parliament. People think he's doing his best. Why do you want to oust him?
There are 5 of us contesting. There are 4 of us contesting him. So if he's doing his best, 4 people will not be contesting.
Maybe because he's made the job so easy. So all of you think it's that easy.
No, it's performance. It's performance. If we should take him to the polls in December 7th, MPP will be likely to lose that seat.
It's always been a stronghold of the MPP.
Yes.
NDC has never won that seat.
Yes.
And indeed, the president won 70% and over in the last election.
And then he won. The MP, what
did he get?
The president between over 15,000 vote difference between him and the president. So they should tell you that the person is not welcome in the constituency. He has really underperformed as a member of parliament.
What do the polls tell you in the area? Don't tell me you are the one on top of the poll.
You can even check on the news.com. It's there. I'm leading over 65%.
And people say you guys buy vote, you share money to the people. So these days, it's not about the message, it's about the money. You know, who is funding your campaign?
I'm funding my campaign myself.
How are you funding it?
Family and friends. Yes.
So family and friends give you money to go give to the delegates?
I'm not giving money to them. I'm not giving money to delegates. I'm not going to give money to delegates. They're going to listen to what I have for them, the developmental project I've done in the constituency.
But is it your job really? Will it be your job really as an MP to be undertaking developmental projects?
Thank you very much. So that as an MP, you need to solve.
You lobby.
Yes.
You lobby.
You lobby.
And then you get roads, you construct roads for them.
You lobby 2 people. I'm a road contractor myself. So if the roads are not...
So you are you are a road contractor?
Yes, please.
You contract roads and 3 weeks, 4 weeks, there are potholes on the road.
Oh, no, there are no potholes on the road. Before a road goes bad, but before you have been certified that this is a certificate for you, what you go through, it's not easy.
Really?
Yes,
we see roads they construct for 2 weeks, you see potholes. So what happens to the scrutiny?
To scrutiny. Okay, thank you very much. If a contractor should come to site and then form road, after forming the road, he's not being paid. He leaves the roads and the roads go back.
So because it's not being paid, he spoils the road and he goes away.
He does not spoil the road. He just does it. When it rains, it washes away the sand that he has fought with.
I see that there are a lot of galamseyers in your area, young children your MP is trying to take out of galamsey, etc. Is an issue of lack of employment in the area for the youth. MPP has been in the area since competitive parliamentary policy started in 96. They're seeing nothing. What makes you different? What makes you the guy who will bring them the jobs they need?
I've set up Pope Foundation.
What foundation?
Pope
Foundation.
Yes.
Okay.
We are going to inject 300,000 cedis.
What has the Pope Foundation done? You have not set it up, so it's fresh.
It's fresh.
So it's not done any work, no track record.
No.
So you are waiting to win before you do the work.
Not I'm waiting to win before. We've done a couple of projects. We've done boreholes in the communities. We've built, we've roofed schools. We've done a whole lot of projects in the constituency, and they are there to see. You understand? They are there to see. Where actually we're going to have the voting on that day. There's a school there. There's a block there that I roofed myself.
I see.
So what we are saying is show work and let the works do the talking. It's not about talking plenty.
So your works will speak for you.
My works are going to speak for me.
Very well. It's unfortunate we just have to end it now. Maybe some other time before the election, when you come early, we will give you more time. So you just heard Patrick Asumeni Dankwa, who's a parliamentary aspirant for the MPP in the Kede constituency. They go to the polls on 27 January to elect candidates. Yeah.
Number 3 on the ballot.
Okay, it's number 3 on the ballot.
That's Trinity. God the Father, God the Son, God the
But people who vote, they know that already. Unless you My name is Selam Adunu. Show has been produced by Nana Kobna Wilson, Beverly London,